council for Monday, March the 10th, 2014 to order with a roll call, please.
Barfield.
Yeah.
Carroll.
Here.
Corzine.
Present.
Daughtry.
Yes, ma'am.
McManus. Midnight.
Here.
And Mizell.
Here.
A motion will be in order to appoint a mayor pro tem.
I'll make a motion at the Mayor McDaniel's request that we appoint Bill Carroll as Mayor Pro Tem for this meeting.
I'll second that.
I got a question. Why don't we have a mayor pro tem in his absence till he gets back? Not just this meeting.
Well,
I think this was discussed at one time, and if I'm not mistaken, there's no legal basis for it in Illinois.
I thought there was.
I know everybody thinks there is, but I don't think there is. I think if the mayor is incapacitated, you know,
If the mayor's out of town over 24 hours, you've got a problem.
Yeah, but I mean, if he's incapacitated, like John Clafer was,
Yeah.
where he was, then the law steps in. But just because he's going to Lake Glendale for, camping and like that, no. So there, I mean, we've had this discussion before, a long time ago.
There's one problem that you can have, and it has happened before, because I was on the fire department when it happened. Say you have a fire in Brookport or Joppa. The fire chief can send the apparatus to that fire with the confirmed by the mayor, confirmed to the mayor, but the mayor has to okay it. And if he's not here, he can't okay it. So somebody got to okay it. But we're ready about tonight.
Yep, we got it.
You have a motion, and we have a first and a
Can
second.
you
Yes.
vote?
Barfield.
yes.
Carroll.
Yes.
Corzine.
Yes.
Daughtry.
I was on that.
McManus.
Yes.
Midnight.
Yes.
And Mizell.
Yes.
Mark mine as abstain, please. Motion carried. We will stand for pledge allegiance and remain standing for prayer by Alderman Daughtry. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Lord, as we come to you tonight on this Monday, March 10th, we ask that the words of our mouth, the meditations of our hearts, be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, our strength, our Redeemer. Amen.
Thank you, Alderman Daughtry. The next motion will be approval of the minutes.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Call the roll, ma'am.
Barfield.
Yes.
Carroll.
Yes.
Corzine.
Yes.
Daughtry.
Yeah.
McManus. Midnight.
Yes.
And Mizell.
Yes.
Thank you.
Next item will be citizens' request. Do we have a citizen making a request? There being no citizens' request, the mayor and the corporate council is in Washington, D.C., so we will skip those two and go to the committee reports. The first committee report is the Park and Recreation Committee, which I am the chairman of, and I'll make the following motion, and it's a two-part motion. I move that the city of Metropolis award the base bid for the new swimming pool, bathhouse, to Everett and Strong Construction Company Incorporated for $788,000 and to reject alternate numbers 1 and 2. Second part, I further move that the award be contingent upon the contractor's acceptance and execution of a modified scope and price in the form of a change order as recommended by HMG to be executed at the same time as the agreement. That's my motion.
Second.
Motion is second. Call the roll, please.
I got a question.
Question?
Yeah. Why are we rejecting 1 and 2? I was unable to make committee meetings, so can you?
Because of the price and so forth, it didn't come within order.
In other words, we can probably negotiate a better price doing it this way than trying to take alternate 1 and 2. They didn't have as much wiggle room this is the way it was explained to us.
And they've negotiated a reduction, I don't have the exact number here, but it's quite a few dollars, several dollars, it's gonna reduce it. You have it, Brian?
Yeah, the reduction is $71,800.
And
the-
the number one and number two couldn't be negotiated with?
Well, number one and number two, number one was about you either using wood trusses going to metal trusses, so that would actually be an adder, not a deduct.
Right.
And then option number two was on finishes for the interior, and that was gonna be an adder, not a deduct.
Right, both of them.
Both of them, so that's why you're gonna reject both of those out. And then, you'll take the base bid, and as, Mayor Pro Tem has clearly stated tonight, you'll accept their low bid, and then, with the negotiated deductions, as a part of the agreement. And to note that the schedule will move to where we start construction after the pool season is over. And then give them more time.
Okay.
These construction times was talked over at least 2 meetings. I don't believe you was at either one of them. Thank you.
Oh.
Anything else? Do we have further questions on the bathhouse? We have a motion and a second. Call the roll, please.
Carroll,
Yes.
Daughtry,
Yes, ma'am.
Corzine,
No.
McManus,
Yes.
Midnight,
Yes.
Barfield,
Yes.
and Mizell.
Yes.
Thank you.
The next item is the industrial committee. Alderman Bob Midnight.
Yes, we have several items this evening again. We have first a motion, and we've been dealing with Lemagan for a long time. So most of us are aware of this opportunity. It's a motion to approve a loan to Lemagan Chambers from the CDOT, and once again, I will explain that. A revolving loan fund in the amount of $15,000 to be paid back with interest at 3% per annum over 10 years without security.
You make that motion.
I made that as a motion.
Second.
Okay, now, after we have a second. Again, CDAP loans do not involve city money. These involve monies that were granted to us by the state for the purpose of businesses, startup businesses of this nature, where they probably, she being a young lady and not having had any experience, would be very hard pressed to get a loan that would make this situation work for her. So that's what we do these for. Again, it is not utilizing city money in any way, and so we're trying to get a startup business going here with this young lady.
Mr. Midnight, when does it normally start on the payback?
Normally, it starts right away, David. Probably, again, now, you're not gonna collect anything until you loan the money out.
True,
And they have to go
true.
through the paperwork,
Right.
and stuff like that. I'm going to guess that she's probably not gonna be able to get her money before the end of the month, due to paperwork and signing and that stuff, but her first payment will probably be right away.
Thank you.
Any other questions on this loan? If not, call the roll, please.
Barfield,
No.
Carroll,
No.
Corzine,
Yay.
Daughtry,
Yes.
McManus, Midnight,
Yes.
and Mizell.
Yes.
Motion's carried.
Motion carried.
Okay, we have another motion here. We're gonna make a motion to obtain an estimate of the cost of a commercial real estate appraisal for the former United Cities Gas Company building. For those of you that were in attendance the other day, we do need a second before I comment.
Second.
Thank you.
And Bob, this is special to obtain the cost, not
Yeah,
the,
yeah, in our meeting the other day, we discussed that we wanted to get a cost.
oh, yes.
But we think the estimated cost is gonna surpass the mayor's spending limit, and so therefore we need quotes on it.
Okay.
As Mr. Corzine reminds us, when we can, we should, and so we're gonna try to get, 3, if we can, maybe 4 quotes as to what it will cost to get this building appraised. So that's why the motion says just to obtain an estimate of cost.
I mean, that's a recommendation from the industrial committee, correct?
That's correct, yes.
You got a second?
Yes.
Motion made, and second, call the roll, ma'am.
Barfield,
Yes.
Carroll,
Yes.
Corzine,
Yes.
Daughtry,
Yes.
McManus,
Yes.
Midnight,
Yes.
and Mizell.
Yes.
Thank you.
And then, of course, we have one more item, motion from the committee, again, recommendation from the committee to accept taking action on the EDR contract for our, well, I forgot the name.
Enterprise zone.
Pardon?
Enterprise zone.
Enterprise zone, thank you very much, Joey, for the enterprise zone. As we've discussed in several meetings, and we discussed in, the meeting the other day, this is a great, recruiting tool for businesses. Illinois is going to restrict these, and so they're gonna become even more valued, since I think there will limit how many there are throughout the state. And we have one now, and it would be a great benefit to us.
Second.
We have a motion and we have a second. Do we have questions? There being no questions, call the roll, please.
Barfield.
Yes.
Carroll.
Yes?
Corzine.
No.
Daughtry.
Yes.
McManus. Midnight.
Yes,
And Mizell.
Yes.
and that's all we have, sir.
The next item on the agenda is the Water and Light Street, Alderman Barfield.
Yes, sir. Mayor Pro Tem Bill, we did have a Water Light Street Committee last week, and now that we have 3 recommendations to bring before the full council, and I will make the motions on each one. I will make the first one to accept the recommendation to purchase an updated electric bucket for the MCC at the wastewater treatment facility for Russell Electric. We just had it handed out today, Frank just brought it in, $1,896.06.
Second.
And just for the record, if I could, it's $300 less than the ones we had before. He's actually gonna build these himself instead of having them built. So he's saving the city an additional $300 by doing this.
Also, these parts are hard to find, right?
The parts we are getting are not hard to find. The parts we have to replace, they probably went obsolete 15 years ago.
Oh.
Any further discussion or questions? We have a motion, we have a second. Call the roll, ma'am.
Barfield.
Yes.
Carroll.
Yes?
Corzine.
Yes.
Daughtry. McManus. Midnight.
Yes.
And Mizell.
Yes. I will make a motion to accept the recommendation of the pay request number 8 from Amaret in the amount of $73,486.54.
Second.
We have a motion and we have a second. Do we have questions?
Yes. Again, I'm gonna make the same plea I made a month ago, that we not pay this, contractor any more funds until he finishes the project. They are making some headway, but the people of Metropolis, and particularly the people of the second ward, deserve better than what they've got. And, this contractor, I think, has fell short of his commitment to the city, and I, for one, will not vote for it, and I urge you to do the same.
Any further questions? There being a first and second, call the roll, ma'am.
Barfield.
Yes.
Carroll.
Yes?
Corzine.
No.
Daughtry.
Yes.
McManus. Midnight.
Yes.
And Mizell.
Yes.
Thank you.
The last one being, I will make a motion to accept the recommendation to proceed with the 2014 motor fuel tax resurfacing program in a total amount $259,076.
Second.
We have a motion and we have a second on the resurfacing program. Questions, discussion? There being none, call the roll, please.
Barfield.
Yes.
Carroll.
Yes?
Corzine.
Yes.
Daughtry.
Yes.
McManus. Midnight.
Yes.
And Mizell.
Yes.
Thank you.
That completes our report.
Next item will be the ordinance committee, Alderman David Daughtry.
Mr. Carroll, we have one item that came out of the ordinance committee meeting. The second reading, I believe it is, adopting ordinance amending Title I, General Provisions, Chapter 10, General Provisions, Section 1099, General Penalty of the Code of Metropolis.
Second.
Which one is this, please?
201407.
We have a motion and we have a second. Discussion or comment? No discussion? Call the roll, please.
Barfield.
Yes.
Carroll.
Yes?
Corzine.
Yes.
Daughtry.
Yes.
McManus. Midnight,
Yes.
and Mizell.
Yes.
Thank you.
Department heads. Frank,
Nothing at this time.
Chief Massey,
Nothing at this time.
Chief Morris,
Nothing at this time.
Chad,
Nothing at this time.
Chris.
Nothing at this time.
There being no discussion, then we'll move on then to, old business. Do we have any old business to discuss? There being no old business, new business.
One item, Mayor Pro Tem, we have a Metropolis Area Tourism Commission meeting tomorrow here in these chambers at 11 o'clock.
Okay. You're gonna make a motion to sell it or
No.
table it back?
Just make it,
Just
notice
an
it.
announcement.
No.
No,
It's an announcement.
Okay,
Yeah.
Charlie. Okay.
Charles.
Okay, I'm sorry, I missed that one.
You got it in your packet.
Okay.
Oh, skip the bid, okay. You got it?
Does everybody, I have it, yes, anyone else have it? Does anyone else have it?
Do you have a copy of it?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. I will make a motion that we approve a property to sell located at 1011 East Third Street. It's actually, our motion was in our packet, as it said.
You need to read this
Exactly?
exactly. Exactly, otherwise we got a legal issue.
You,
All right, I will make a motion to seek bids for the sale of property located at 1011 East Third Street, Metropolis, Illinois. I move that the city clerk be authorized to advertise for sealed bids for the sale of westerly 1/3 of lots 151, 152, and 153 in Block 14 in Massac City, now part of the city of Metropolis, as per recorded plat thereof, and all improvements thereof commonly known as 1011 East Third Street, Metropolis, Illinois, with the attached notice to be given and bids to be received in accordance with section 11-76-2 of the Illinois Municipal Code 65 ILCS 511-76-2. I further move that the city establish a minimum simple bid of $5,000, and a motion made by, and then we'll second that.
Second.
for the ones that are not familiar with this property, this is the old Marie Burton property, which is just east of the tennis court that's been vacated. Just a vacant lot now. We have a motion and we have a second. Call the roll, please.
Carroll,
Yes.
Daughtery,
Yes.
Corzine,
Yes.
McManus, Midnight,
Yes.
Barfield,
Yes.
Mizell.
Yes.
Miscellaneous reports. Do we have any miscellaneous reports? Anyone? Financial report, payment of salaries, payroll, and contract bills.
I'll make that a motion. Yeah, we got him in our desk drawer. Had him in our desk drawer.
I did. I don't, I think we were supposed to, did you really?
Yeah. Unless that's from last week.
Well, you need a couple. Oh, yeah.
Is that one?
We didn't get them. We had a note that we didn't get them because Linda's still
Yeah,
sick.
we're supposed to get them
They're
tonight.
supposed to get them tonight.
Yeah.
I'll still make a motion, they gotta be paid. I'll stand with it.
You know why we didn't get them?
No, I do not.
I don't
We were
believe
supposed to have them in our drawer. Where was that last week?
It may be. That may be why I got it, cause I wasn't here last week.
That's right, I bet
Oh,
that's why
yeah,
we put it in the drawer. I don't think we have it.
So there wasn't.
If you note on the front of your packet, it said, the bills would be on, in your packet, on the desk tonight, cause Linda Smith is still sick.
Yeah.
We have a motion to pay the bills, payroll and contract. Do we have a second? We don't have the bills.
I'll second that.
Yeah. we got
You
it.
second
We
it?
gotta pay them, yes.
Okay. We have a motion and we have a second. Discussion.
Can they be forwarded to us, and if there's any corrections, let's make it in the minutes of the next meeting?
I'm sure they can.
Okay. I feel more comfortable about it down there.
We'll leave a note for Daniil to forward and we'll take care of that. call the roll, please.
Barfield.
Yes.
Carroll.
Yes.
Corzine.
Yes.
Daughtry.
Yes.
McManus. Midnight.
Yes.
And Mizell.
Yes.
Thank you.
Next item is payment of miscellaneous bills.
The same stipulations, they be forwarded to the alderman as soon as possible. I'll make that a motion as well.
I'll second that.
Thank you.
Motion made and second with the stipulation that the bills be forwarded to the alderman as soon as possible. We'll take care of that tomorrow. Any further discussion? Call the roll, please.
Barfield.
Yes.
Carroll.
Yes.
Corzine.
Yes.
Daughtry.
Yes.
McManus. Midnight.
Yes.
And Mizell.
Yes.
Thank you.
Does anyone have a reason for a closed session?
I think we ought to, really.
What?
That's a joke. That's a
You
joke.
wanna go home, man?
I wanted to point out which one we're going in for.
As a reminder,
10,000 comedians out of work and he's up here cracking jokes.
as a reminder, March the 19th, Park and Recreation at 1 o'clock. That being said, we need a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
Motion made and second to adjourn.
Hey, I tell you one thing I'd like to say. I'd like to thank Julie and Chad for their presentation. Boy, yeah.
7:22.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mayor Pro Tem Billy.
Barfield.
Yes.
Carroll.
Yes.
Corzine.
Yes.
Daughtry. McManus. Midnight.
Yes.
And Mizell. Thank you.
Motion adjourned and meeting is adjourned.